Hey, what's going on, everybody? In this video, we are going to be breaking down Spider-Man the Animated Series Season 2, Episode 12, Ravages of Time. Let's get into it, break it down, hit that intro, Rangers.
You are watching the Fan Club.
You're watching the Fan Club.
And you're watching the Fan Club. Do you know what time it is?
And you know what time it is.
It's time for the Fan Club. Let's go. Hey!
I can't do this on my own, cause you know things ain't always sweet when you out here in these streets. But my morpher when it morphed, I made a fake.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fan Club. It is your boy, Dan Brosnan, in the building. We are so happy to have you guys. Thank you for tuning on in here. We have a fun one in this video. We'll be breaking down Power Rangers Turbo, Episode 9, The Whole Lie. This was an interesting one. I think I was talking about this last episode, but Power Rangers Turbo is really taking a turn for the worst in these first how many episodes. They keep repeating the same type of situations. The storytelling is not like Zeo, but yet I do enjoy watching these, and I don't want to hate. Just as a fan that grew up watching this, now that I'm an adult and I'm like sitting down and watching every episode in a row, I see why some of the fans fell out with Turbo. However, I do remember once we get to this second half, the storytelling is going to come back because that's going to lead us into In Space. But let's get into this episode and then we'll tell you what we really think of it. The Power Rangers Turbo episode, The Whole Lie, centers on a cunning scheme by DGTD. It begins with a car wash fundraiser at the Angel Grove Youth Center, organized by Lieutenant Stone to save the high school baseball team. The good time is shattered by Porto, who plants a detonator in a wash bucket. He then uses a deception ray on Justin, the blue Turbo Ranger, causing Piranhatrons to appear every time Justin tells a lie. This cleverly manipulates Justin's inherent honesty, a key part of his character. DGTD's plan hinges on the Rangers being too preoccupied with the multiplying Piranhatrons to disarm the bomb. The chaos unfolds hilariously as Bulk and Skull's mischievous antics further complicate matters, unintentionally triggering more lies from Justin. Kat, noticing Justin's unusual behavior, tries to help, but the escalating situation forces her and Tanya to constantly try and stop Justin from lying more. As the lie-induced Piranhatron attacks intensify, Adam is right next to the detonator outside, completely unaware of the danger. Meanwhile, in the power chamber, the situation is explained to Demetria. The battle against Mouthpiece and his Piranhatrons ensues, with the deception ray affecting the other Rangers as well, leading to a hilarious but perilous situation where everyone is forced to lie under the effects of the ray. The climax arrives when Justin, observing the battle from the power chamber, accidentally discovers that the key to breaking the spell is telling a lie that is also the truth. He morphs, joins the fight, and helps his teammates break free from the enchantment by having them all tell a true statement that could also be interpreted as a lie. After a climactic Megazord battle against the giant Mouthpiece, the Rangers rush back to the youth center, only to have Bulk and Skull inadvertently disarm the bomb through sheer chaotic incompetence. The episode concludes with a satisfying resolution. DGTD's plot fails, the baseball team is saved, and Justin learns a valuable lesson about honesty. Stone's terrible juice brings a light-hearted closure to the end of the episode. We're tired of the bombs. I'm not a big fan of how they figured out the situation. All they had to do was kind of tell a statement that was partially a lie or could be like interpreted as the truth or something. That was kind of goofy. This was one of the weirdest episodes for Power Rangers I've seen in a while. And don't get me wrong, this meets the mold of a Power Ranger episode. I just think if you were a big fan of Power Rangers Zeo, and then you watch this, maybe you felt like it was taking a step backwards. And there's a reason why the numbers did dip. I know once we get to that second half, like I was talking about in the beginning, it's going to get better, guys. And you also have to remember that this cast was on their way out besides Justin. Everybody else was kind of like, contracts are up and we're going to be bringing in this new crew. So the writers weren't really caring about developing these characters anymore. Once we get this new cast in here, they have to develop these characters and introduce you to them, because in how many episodes they're going to go into space, and that's going to be one of the best seasons all time, right? So there are some good parts to this season, but I understand if someone says that they don't like Turbo or that first half wasn't very good, like I get it. And when you look back in the history books for Power Rangers, Turbo is when the show really started to dip. Like, I think the numbers did dip in Zeo, but it was still number one for certain time beings. Like, I remember like looking at the TV guide and looking at the top shows. Like 1996, Power Rangers was still killing it. It wasn't until 97 when things started to go down. But what are your thoughts on this episode? I thought, it's a fun Power Ranger episode. I did appreciate it, but there were certain things that I just wasn't a big fan of, and we talked about those. But what are your thoughts? Did you appreciate it? Before we let you go, let's get into the few notes we have from Ranger Wiki. Kat says that the monkeys should be detectives. This is a reference to Bulk and Skull's occupation in Power Rangers Zeo after quitting the junior police force in Bulk fiction. Tommy does not appear in this episode unmorphed, aside from recycled racing footage from Shift into Turbo. Yeah, that is one thing that I did notice in the beginning, was they're barely using Tommy anymore. Like, they shot this one scene in like the first episode of him racing, and they're gonna throw that in throughout this first how many episodes it feels like. The instrumental of 451 is featured in this episode during the Rangers' fight with the Piranhatrons. This episode takes place on June 9th, 1997, as revealed by the date on Justin's homework. Okay, now what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Shout out all of the fans out there who take the time out of their day to watch this content. You are the real MVPs and the reason why we can continue to make content like this. So thanks again, and we will see you next time. Peace. I want to give a special shout out to the Gold Ranger members, Salima Ramirez, Stephen Heffelman, Thomas Franco, Anime King Nick, Lewis Cairns, and Roderick Hare. Thank you guys so much for your support, and if you want a video shout out like this one, sign up to be a Gold Ranger member today. Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, hit that share button, and if you can, please sign up to be a member today. We have 3 membership power-ups. We have the Gold Ranger power-up, the most popular. You get into our exclusive fan club chat group. We have fan-exclusive videos that we are adding monthly now, and you get a video shout out. Yes, folks, at the end of our videos, I will shout out your name. We also have the Quantum Ranger power-up, where you get monthly meetings online with me. Yes, folks, we will talk once a month on Zoom, and you can give me your ideas for future episodes. And then we have a professional package, the Dr. K power-up. That is for businesses that want to tap into the platform. If you guys can, please sign up to be a member today. It is highly appreciated, and it helps us keep these videos going. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Hi, we're Bulk and Skull. We have been requested by the fan club to say something funny.